Welcome. I'm Lakita Brooks, LCSW, the host of Be Your Best Self Life Planning Series, presented by LCN Enterprise, where our mantra is be your best self to have the quality of life you desire. Whatever your best self is, be great at it. It means tap into whatever you're good at, whatever your interests are, tap into those things and be the best at it. Embrace it, own it, and cultivate it. Oh my gosh, so today is my birthday and I am just uberly excited to have the opportunity to sit and talk about something that's so near and dear to me on my birthday. And today's topic is the outdated American dream. So what sparked this whole discussion was I was on vacation at the Dominican Republic. And we were at a table and a group of people, we were talking about different things. And there might have been about 10 people. And 90% of the people at the table were like, oh my God, my kid has to go to college. It shows their discipline. It's going to hold them accountable. And I'm sitting there as a person who left high school, bred to go to college, immediately went to college, and still had no clue. I loved college. I went to the University of Central Florida. It was a great experience. I learned a lot from the experience in itself, but at that point in my life, the degree itself didn't necessarily help me because I didn't have the tools and strategies. So basically, for those who don't know, the American dream philosophy is go to high school, graduate, go to college, get a degree, then you're going to get a great job, you're going to make a lot of money, and you're going to own a house, and I guess have the white picket fence too. Okay, I added on the white picket fence. But at least the go to college, get a great job. And I'm here to say to parents in 2017, this is an outdated mentality that needs to be reframed. Okay? Reframe that to, I want my child to be their best self. Which means look at your kids. Look at what they're good at. Look at what their interests are. Cultivate that and prepare them for real life while they're still in school. So one of the parents at the table said, people don't know what they want to do with their lives until they're 35. And I'm thinking that is not true. So we continued talking and said, I said, well, what is your daughter like? What is she good at doing? And she's like, oh, she's not really good at anything. She doesn't like anything. So about 10 minutes into the conversation, then they start talking about, oh my God, my child loves fashion, love putting clothes together. And me being the social worky, be your best self guru, oh my God, this is it. This is your daughter's cookie. So one of my close friends, Shalita Holland, she's always talking about Girl Scouts and the cookie. She always says, everybody needs a cookie. So as we're sitting at this table, waiting at the airport, I'm thinking to myself, this is your daughter's cookie. Is this going to be what their daughter's going to do the rest of her life? Who knows? But guess what? Today, right now, this is something that she is interested in. So let's cultivate that. Let's connect her with some sewing classes at Joann's or Michael's. Let's get her in some of those environments because it could possibly turn into something that she actually does as a career later in life. And that ties into what the topic is going to be for next week. I want to let you, at least in my opinion, as a mom, as a 12-year-old, I'm going to repeat, I do not pay for hobbies. A middle school student or a high school student, at least in my opinion, we're not the Rockefellers. I'm not paying for hobbies. I pay for things that's going to cultivate my child's natural innate gifts and abilities, and also explore strong areas of interest, because I want her to learn more about the things that might be potential occupations for her in the future. So I know today we have talked about a lot. So the biggest takeaway is, parents, let's get creative. So for example, if you have a child that is, let's start with artsy kids first. If you have an artsy kid, your child right now could start marketing themselves to the world. And I know as a parent, it can be extremely, extremely scary, because people are, some people are kind of questionable. We're going to leave it at that. They're questionable. But your child's artwork or any other artsy thing they can do, whether they're doing sculpting, your child can already start building a brand for themselves right now while they're still in school. So that is something that's an option, like right now, immediately, for kids who are artsy. And then just looking at other things like I talked about earlier, the young lady that was interested in fashion, put her in some sewing classes, see if she likes to sew. And guess what? If she really takes on sewing, that is a skill that is, I want to say, lifelong, because I know I have to pay the seamstress like $20, okay, to sew on some ballet satin straps and an elastic ribbon, and that was like $20. But hey, I do it. My kid's a dancer, and guess what? I did not learn that skill. So I'm saying, parents, take the time now. Think outside the box. Pay attention to your kids. See what they're good at. See what their interests are. And start cultivating those things now, versus looking at it as, oh my God, you gotta graduate, go to college, and you're gonna go make a lot of money. And that's typically not what happens, especially not now, with it being so many people have college degrees. So now you need a master's, and then you need a doctorate. So I'm very pro college. I have a degree, a bachelor's from the University of Central Florida in Orlando, and I have a master's from Florida State University. So I am pro degrees. I'm just saying, explore college degrees, explore vocational programs, explore certificate programs, explore entrepreneurship, explore the military. Don't just be stuck in, you gotta go to college. I know you're making D's in high school, but you're going to go to college. You're going to be great. No! We all have our own unique gifts and talents. Be your best self, adults. Be your best self, kids. Be whoever you are destined to be. Be great at that. When I even look at my own personal life, I didn't become a great researcher when I became an adult. I was already like a rock star status researcher. From middle school, I've always guided my education. I've had extremely supportive family members, but I was the person who went to my family and said, hey, I need this, I need that. Hey, I need you to take me here. I need you to do this for me. So I've always been extremely disciplined, not smart, but disciplined enough to get the job done. And I knew how to navigate to get it done. And this is something that I was already good at. Now, back then, my parents didn't know. Shoot, I didn't know how to channel that into something. And now I'm, a social worker who helps people navigate life. All right, so this has been great. Parents, get creative. Work with your kids now. And like I said, college is great, but explore other options. Explore other things that might be a good fit for who your child is. You know your children. You know them. Let's not be in denial. Let's be woke. Okay. So thank you so much for your time today. I'm Lakita Brooks, LCSW, the host of Be Your Best Self Life Planning Series. Next week, yes, we are going to talk about you don't have money to pay for hobbies in middle school. Well, for your middle school students and your high school students, you don't have time for hobbies. So until next week, be your best self to have the quality of life you desire.